In this lesson, we're going to have just a wee chat about credit cards, and mainly what credit cards are used for, how you can get them. But before we go into that, I'm just firstly going to discuss the idea of a debit card compared to a credit card. Like, what is a credit card compared to a debit card? Because some people think that if you have a card and you can use it to buy things, then it's automatically called a credit card. That's not necessarily true. So if you look at this thing here, it says debit card at the top. Now that is a card that comes with a bank account that's got a debit card attached to it. Now the confusing bit is it says Visa on it, and that can be associated with the credit cards, but all that means is that can be used in the places where there's a Visa symbol on the bank machines. So a debit card is just allows you to access money in your account. That's all it is. So if you've got money in your account and you go up and buy something, you can get your debit card out and pay for it using chip and pin or contactless, and the money will be taken off your bank account. It doesn't give you money unless you've got something called an overdraft, but it just allows you to spend your own money. Now, a credit card, which is something like these kind of things, which can, this is confusing, it can be called a Visa card or a MasterCard. That basically lets you borrow money. So if you're trying to get a credit card, you wouldn't have an account with money of your own money in it. You'd be asking the bank to borrow some money. So say you wanted a credit card with £2,000 on it. Now you could go to a shop and spend that money, but you would owe it back because it wasn't yours in the first place. Now when you owe it back, this is the thing, the bank's going to charge you for borrowing that money, and that comes in terms of an interest charge. And these can be quite high and vary from card to card. So credit cards can be used to pay for goods and services up to an agreed credit limit. The credit limit is how much you want to borrow. Now they will only allow you to borrow a certain amount. They'll make you go through an application. Depending on your circumstances, you have to put in how much you earn, what you usually pay out per month, if you've got a mortgage, and various different things. So here's just a small selection of things I've kind of put through here. There's Capital One, Halifax, Sainsbury's. There are credit cards, and some have got annual fees, some don't. I've got some on the next screen. You have to pay for them per year, but they do cost certain things to do different tasks. So if you want to just go to an auto tailor and take the money out there, that tends to cost more than paying for it in a shop. So say you went up to an auto tailor and you had £1,000 and you want to take £500 out, and you went up to your auto tailor and put your PIN number in and took that out. That amount of interest, they're going to charge you nearly 25% interest. That's a quarter you're going to have to pay back of what you borrowed. That's really bad. Some can go higher. There's nearly 35%. But if you spend it in a shop and you use it, your card, a chip and pin machine, or things like that, or a contactless, then you'll pay less. Now, sometimes not so much. Depends on the card. You've got to be very careful and depend what card you take out. There's also what's called a minimum monthly repayment. You must pay some of it off at the end of each month. You can't just leave it sitting there. Now that can be specified in terms of a percentage or an amount. This one here, this Capital One card, you've got to pay at least £5 off each month to keep the card going. Okay, so a lot of different things going on there. I wouldn't advise you to take a credit card out, but sometimes it can be useful. But if you're ever going to do that, I would seriously look into it. There's plenty of internet sites that you can look into, Money Saving Expert and Martin Lewis kind of things that you can look into to work these things out before you actually do anything. There's another wee thing I'm going to talk about briefly, APR. That's called annual percentage rate, and that's how much the credit card is going to cost you over a full year. So it would be 21.9%. The monthly interest rate, you might think that you divide this by 12 to get the monthly interest rate, but there is a very slight difference, and this is a small thing, but the APR includes any other costs or things associated with borrowing money, so it usually is very, very slightly higher times this by 12 and then add a teeny bit on, and you'll get what the APR is, just in, if there's any other costs in taking out the credit card or loan, or mortgage or whatever it is. So you will find that that number there times 12 doesn't always make the APR. It's usually a teeny bit higher. Right, so just a quick wee kind of look at this. Is Money Saving Expert, and it shows you some different things about what you can do with credit cards. If you've already got an existing credit card and your interest rate's poor and you want to transfer it over to another card, these are called balance transfers to get a better deal. And it says here, check my chances. You've got to input your information and see if it's going to allow you to get the credit cards. You can't just automatically get one. You've got to check to see. These are credit cards for people with bad credit. You get a credit history. That's another thing to talk about, really. But if you take out credit cards or loans and you pay them back, your credit history is good. If you don't pay them back, or you miss payments, or you take out things and leave them and don't pay your monthly payments, you'll get a bad credit score. And then when you go to try and get things in the future, like mortgages or loans for cars, they might not let you have it. So it's really important, if you ever do take out any sort of credit or loan, that you always stick to it and pay it back, because it means you've got a good credit history which is recorded and you can't get rid of it, and then therefore your chances of getting credit in the future, particularly mortgages, because everybody's needing one of them to buy a house, or car loans, you've got a better chance. So I'll leave it there. Have a look into it yourself, possibly when you're a bit older, but don't just jump into these things and take them out without thinking about it or researching it. It's really important to do that.